Welcome back. You're watching Ask Profit on NDTV Profit with me and my co-anchor Anushi. Well, before getting into the next query, let's welcome our technical guest Ajit Mishra from Religare. And Ajit, coming to you directly firstly on this question. It's from Gul, one of our regular viewers of the show. They want to know whether to buy Coal India or not for the next 6 months to 1 year time period. He wants to know what would be the right price, entry price for Coal India. Any views on the technical charts?
Yeah, good morning, Sumit. So, see, most of the PSUs named, we have seen decent correction in the last 4-5 months, including Coal India. Means the stock was quoting around 525 in good times, around the record high area. And we have now, from the last couple of months, hovering this band 350, 380. So it seems like a short-term bottom for the stock, which could propel, further recovery towards 420, 425. So roughly around 8 to 10% is something that definitely one can vouch for from the current levels. So if you are okay with that, definitely you can go ahead and start accumulating at current levels with 360 as a closing stop loss.
Okay, so that's a view from Pradeep Paul from Vijayawada. He wants to know whether PB Fintech, that counter looks good on charts and should he buy at current levels. Ajit, any views on PB Fintech?
Sumit, after this correction from 2200 to 1400 mark, we are seeing a bit of a pause, but it's too early to say that we are set for the reversal. So as of now, it seems like, again, a rebound trade in case it is planning any with 1350 as a stop loss. In the first area of resistance, the short-term moving average placed around 1510 to 1520 would be his target zone. So the risk to reward is 1:1.5. So if he is okay with that, definitely he can go ahead.
1510 to 1520. And Ajit, what would be your technical view when it comes to Ola Electric?
So Sumit, we are at record lows and on every uptick we are seeing that the stock is facing pressure. So as of now, there is no sign of reversal in the short term as well. So one should avoid.
Avoid on Ola. Now moving to the next query. This is in the real estate space that we are seeing the next query. This is from Madhu from Bangalore, and she holds about 150 shares of Sobha, and this is at a price of 1,336. Currently, what we've seen in the real estate space is a lot of correction. She's facing a loss of 17,000 and wants to understand whether she should continue to hold or sell on this. So let me come across to Ajit for this one. Ajit, what's your view in the overall real estate space? Are you also bearish on this counter? What's your view on a Sobha Limited?
Right. So actually, we have seen in line with the other sectors, the realty index, the stocks, they have also fallen sharply in the recent months. And now at least we have started seeing some sign of exhaustions when it comes to the sellers. Means we are not seeing any fresh lows in most of the names. In fact, some of the names they have rebounded swiftly. Shubha, we are seeing currently some base formation going on for almost 1.5 months. In fact, it made an attempt of recovery towards the medium to moving averages around 14 mark, but it couldn't sustain. So as of now, I would definitely recommend her to stay put with 1100 being now the fresh base for this, and 1450, 1500, that would be the probable target in the next 1 to 2 months.
Right. Well, the next should be an intraday trader. So Ajit, coming to you, any views on IRFC? How's the stock looking like on technical charts?
So Sumit, after this recent rebound, we are seeing that the stock is struggling to hold above its short-term averages. So if the view is very short-term, I would recommend him to avoid any fresh position until the stock sustains above 125 mark. And for the existing trade also, I feel that after this rebound, there is a possibility that the stock might again witness some consolidation before the next leg of the up move. So in both the cases, avoid fresh buy, and for existing position, 118 should be a stop loss. On higher side, 130 will be the first area of resistance. So that should be his target area.
Okay, so that's a view for IRFC, but I'll stay with you for the next query as well, and this is from Ekambara from Hyderabad, holding 20 shares of GE Shipping, and this is at a price of 1,320. Wants to understand whether it's the correct time to average this, because in the last 2-3 sessions, it seems that the stock is looking upwards from the support zone. Do you also have a similar view on this counter?
So yes, sir, we have seen decent recovery in the passing week, and there is a possibility that this recovery may further strengthen. But as of now, I wouldn't recommend adding to your loss-making position. See, mid cap and small cap, we are still not very confident about that, whether these kind of recovery attempts will sustain or we are going to see the reversal. So comparatively, larger mid caps and large cap is something that one should be focusing on. And for the existing position in the broader markets, one should keep on trading their stop losses on rise. So for GE Shipping now, 850 should be a stop loss, and 1000, 1025 you should review again.
Query is actually an international query.
Query is from Padmanjan, and he wants to understand Kane's technology view, whether the share will regain its value. Ajit, I'll come to you. What's your view on Kane's tech?
So actually, it's a very sharp cut the stock has experienced in the last 2-3 months, and now we are seeing some sort of base formation around the medium-term moving averages on the weekly chart. So as of now, indications are mixed because the volumes are dry and we are not seeing any decisive move either. So in the near future, this consolidation might continue. So if the view is, let's say, for 1 to 2 months, this consolidation might continue to extend. So one should avoid for short-term trades. And if you have made investment in the past, 3,500 in the closing, this should be your stop loss. In case of recovery, around 5,500 is something that might act as a strong hurdle in, let's say, a quarter time. So, one should plan their trades accordingly.
Right. The next is a caller query coming in from Ishwar from Bangalore. Thank you, Ishwar, for calling us. Could you go ahead and ask your query on the show?
Yeah, this is Parmeshwar from Bangalore. I'm holding IGI Limited at around 560 rupees, almost 200 shares. So I wanted to know which the holder booked the what I read.
Right.
Because I am looking for 6 months time period of that.
Right, 6 months. So, Ajit, coming to you, any short-term views on IGI? How's the stock looking like?
So, initially post-listing, we saw that the stock inched higher, but it's been almost 2-3 months now that we are seeing this gradual drift. The stock is trading at the 52-week low, record lows. So as of now, at least I would recommend to reduce its position and wait for some sign of stability and reversal. So as of now, there's indications are in the favor that this decline may continue to extend further. So it's prudent to at least book partial profit and wait on the sidelines for fresh entry opportunity.
Okay, so that's a view for IGI Limited that we are seeing. So the first query is from Dinesh from Gurugram, holds about 250 shares of Ganesh Housing, and this is at a price of 800. Ajit, I'll come to you whether she should hold, add or sell on this counter.
I would recommend to hold with 950 as a stop loss and 1200 as the immediate target.
Right, the next query is from Surendranath Yadav. He's holding Motherson Sumi shares, bought at a price of 127. Saurabh, should he continue to hold or exit?
Exit.
Okay, so the next query is from Vijay, holds Equitas shares 358 units at a price of 90 and wants to understand the long-term 2 to 3 years picture on this. Saurabh, your view?
View negative, better exit.
Right, the next query is from Sarjit Shekhawat from Jaipur, Rajasthan. He wants to know, he holds around 1,000 shares of Ixigo, bought at a price of 172. He wants to average this counter. Saurabh, should he do this and continue to hold for long term?
Hold but avoid average.
Okay, next query is from Tejas from Nagpur and he holds Tasty Bite shares bought at a price of 11,000. 15 shares is what his quantity is. So whether he should average it out, Tasty Bite is the share price that we are seeing. Ajit, I want to come to you on this one.
Avoid averaging but maintain a stop at 7,500 for the complete position.
Okay.
The next query is from Nanda Kumar and it's on Power Grid Invit. He has around 95 units, around 2,000 units bought at 95 rupees. He can hold for 5 years. Should he do that, Saurabh?
Continue holding.
Okay, next view is from Madhu from Hyderabad and holds about Bori Renewable Technology, 80 shares at a price of 1,210. Wants to understand the 2 to 3 year outlook on this. Saurabh, your view?
Avoid.
The next query is from a long-term investor whose name is B. Mehta and he has around 10 shares of Coforge bought at a price of 4,310. Should he buy more or hold the current number of shares, Saurabh?
Book profits.
Okay, so this brings us to the end of the show. Thank you so much, Ajit and Saurabh, for joining us on the show and solving all the queries, but we have a lot more lined up on the other side. So, but with that, we are short on this segment of Ask Profit. But thank you so much, viewers, for tuning in and asking your queries.